Ayo, welcome to Peak Fiction. This is gonna be my first JJK video. I didn't know if I wanted to make a theory video, come out from the gate with something like that, or a really good appreciating the panel, because JJK's fighting choreography, some of its panel work, some of its panel composition, some of the panel creativity is top notch. So that will probably come out in the future, but I think the best way to speak about this series is just to speak about what's going on right now and the best fight in JJK so far. Gojo versus Sukuna. I had to make this video because I am in my place just shitting my brains out every week reading these chapters because I am a huge Gojo stan. He is my favorite character in the series. Sukuna is second, but Gojo is first. He's the reason I've picked up and kept reading JJK. After they showed me that first fight against Jogo, I was like, oh, this is lit. And having to wait so many years or months, I don't even know, for Gojo to get out of the prison realm was tough. I mean, I loved everything that came in between that, but it was still tough because he's my favorite character. And now you come out the gate, you take him out the prison realm, I'm all happy, and you're like, oh yeah, let's have him fight Sukuna now, who has Megami's 10 shadows and could do shit that we've never seen 10 shadows be able to do, and be like, oh shit, no, this is the greatest fight ever. But here I am just sitting being like, oh, I get to finally enjoy Gojo again, and he might just be done. He might be dying. Every chapter feels like Gojo's dying. I don't know if I'm just, it's my fear taking over, but every chapter of this fight feels like Gojo's dying. The only chapter I felt, the only two times when this fight was mentioned or when this fight started that I felt like, oh shit, Gojo's got this in the bag, was when he first looked at Sukuna and he was talking that shit and he was like, oh look, you gotta hide behind your mommy. Or then when he hit him with the 200% purple, I was like, oh shit, okay, like, call him a challenger, just be like, this shit's easy. But since then, right when the domain clashes has gone on, I don't know what Chekhov's gun I'm supposed to really believe in, because, like, if you take the first clash of domains and weigh them against each other, Gojo lost. And then figured it out. He adapted, but he lost the domain clash. Like, that's huge. It may have been a technicality that he can fix, but it's almost like it's the NBA Finals and you have two of the best teams. And let's say, alright, so it's 2-1 in the series, but game 4 is about to happen. And game 4 is the most important because you know game 4 defines the series. So this is when the coach and the players, everybody, they're always going to put your best foot forward, but you understand this is the game that the series shifts and rides on. So you go all out and you lose. Usually you lose the series. So in this, my mind, I don't know if that analogy worked for you, but in my mind, that's what I just saw. I just saw the first, the domain expansion is the pinnacle of your Jujutsu. I get that you have a maximum attack, but the only time we've seen the maximum attack work out is when Kinjaku intelligently made the maximum attack a tiny maximum attack. Like, we've never even seen that in a series. That's insane. So when I see the domain expansion and I see Gojo lose from that first time and he has to adapt, my confidence dropped. I don't know what to, you call me whatever, but I've been freaking out. And now we're at chapter 230. and the shit hits the fan. I believe this will be, if not the climax of the battle, this will be the start. Like the next chapter is going to be the climax. And now we see Gojo getting shit talked down. He said you were ordinary. Gojo, the guy who first came out in manga, we were like, oh, can this guy fight Goku? Was ordinary for Sukuna. But then Sukuna takes the same fucking damage, and it's from Gojo beating his ass for 10 seconds. So now I'm like, Sukuna is technically a fraud, but if I'm still understanding the fight like I'm supposed to, or not but if I'm not getting the fight like I'm supposed, if I'm understanding the fight like I'm supposed to, Gojo is still just adapting and reacting. So he may have a victory, but he's probably gonna lose to Sukuna in some form, and that worries me. And I just have to say it. This is the best fight. Gojo's the GOAT. He's my favorite character almost in all anime. This is some of my favorite shit talking, second to Luffy. And actually, let's be realistic, this is way better than Luffy's shit talking. Luffy is just like Mugiwara no Goofy says it best. Like, Luffy's just some crackhead just saying things at you, then punching you in the face, and you're just like, yo, that crackhead was motherfucking strong. I don't know what you were supposed to do. This is like, yo, this is playing ball outside. This is everyday shit talk that, you know, you got to be prepared for. You got to be ready to have some things to say. And I'm gonna be honest, when Gojo got called ordinary, nigga felt a little worried. I feel like he didn't have anything back to say until that domain exploded for him. Maybe he was trying to keep it humble. I get it, like you did just take a heavy L. Maybe you're just trying to be humble real quick. But then, you see it happen to this again, you're like, oh wait, that was from me. Oh, you're gonna speak your shit. So this is the best chapter, best shit talking. Now we're gonna see, this was literally Gege being like, oh, you guys hated those domain expansion clashes? Good, I don't give a fuck. But it's done from now on, so don't let me hear that shit. Don't let me hear that shit. This is about to wrap up, because now we just get into the shits. And I can't wait.